Hi, Terry. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. I was pouring the milk in my coffee at the sink. I came over and sat back down and it said can't connect to live chat. I tried. And next thing I know, it said I had no internet connection. So I honestly was very scared. I thought Service Electric turned off my friggin' internet. And I thought, oh my God, no, 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 no. I had to reset my router. Took almost 5 minutes to get it back on. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't know. That never happened before. I don't know what is up with that. Like, oh my God. That was crazy. I was hoping a few folks would still be up because I'm actually getting ready to do a candle. And I was only going to do this for like a half hour just to actually show how I'm making this particular kind of candle. That never happened to me before. And it really scared the shit out of me, pardon my language. I actually thought that they turned my internet off. I don't know, but that was just ridiculous. That never happened to me before. I mean, I've woken up some mornings where my internet is off and I have to, like turn my laptop off, turn it back on. I don't know. Hello, Goldie. How are you? Yeah, I feel so bad. I didn't want anybody to think I just like ended the live stream because I didn't. Like I said, I went to pour milk. I was looking for the spoon I had to stir the milk in the coffee. I come back and sit down and it says, cannot connect to live chat, cannot connect to live chat. I'm like, what? Oh, thank you, honey. My live stream actually got cut off. I said I was going to get a cup of coffee. And yeah, that's when the internet, it said it couldn't connect to live chat. I don't know. That was really, really weird. Like I said, I just paid on it this week. I mean, I didn't pay it in full, but, we're planning on making another payment on it, like as soon as we get caught up with the rent. Yeah, see, I left the frame. I went to add the milk to my coffee. So I really feel bad. Yeah, for whatever reason, I was kicked off of the internet. So was Ronnie. I tried connecting. It just would not do it. And I even like turned my laptop off, turned it back on, still wouldn't connect. I went in my bedroom and I turned around and disconnected the router, waited a minute, and then I would, but my water is like so hot. Also, I'm probably going to be working on a DIY video maybe tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure yet. Either that or I'll be making my pierogi lasagna for my Dollar Tree food blog. I'm not sure yet. Well, how about this, guys? Since it is getting later, I just wanted to touch base. How about I just do tonight my candle basics video? I will upload that. And then I I don't know, maybe during the week, I will do another live stream. Because I'm trying to figure out why that happened. And I don't want to keep anybody up, too late. So I was just hoping a few folks would still be on. Oh, thank you, Shonda. How are you? I mean, I'd be happy because I was like just getting ready to actually do the wax, and I'm just getting ready to actually do that when I seen that my live chat was stopped. So I don't know. That was a connection issue with my internet. If I get a few more people on the live stream, I'm going to just do that candle thing. This part will be a shorter live stream then. And for those of you guys, who do want to go to sleep or that, you could definitely like watch it, tomorrow morning. I feel bad. It's just that, like I said, I walk away for one moment to go pour milk in my coffee. I come back and I'm talking and nothing is moving, and I'm looking like, what do you mean cannot connect to live chat? So I'm like, I was just like, oh no. Well, alrighty guys, as long as I have a few folks on, I do enjoy the conversations that we get into though, because definitely I will, before I go to sleep tonight, check out Charity's video about the UFOs, because I'm very interested in that. My son sees some odd things here in PA, so I'm always looking for other people's videos of what they see, compare them to what we see, and you know what I mean? Like I said, I do believe there's other life out there. I don't necessarily think that they're going to be coming here anytime soon. I think they were here, and I think they have since moved on. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't ever want to believe that we're the only living things here in the whole universe. That just seems so far-fetched. I don't know. That's just me, though. But yeah. So all right. Well, for anybody who is going to sleep, I do apologize. I never foresaw that I was going to have an internet connection issue like that during a live stream. So I really do apologize for that. I do feel bad. And like I said, since I was just getting ready to actually start doing the candle, when I seen that the live chat was stopped, I felt so bad. I was even, if I couldn't have gotten connection, I was even going to see if I could use my cell phone as a hotspot. So, alrighty. Well, like I said, as long as I have a few folks on, anybody else who, realizes something happened and it got cut off can watch this part of the live stream tomorrow at their leisure. So, anyway, as I did say, and yes, Miss Feisty is, she is supervising. Okay. I'm going to be using, just for starters, these small jars. And I'm figuring I'm probably going to need about 1.5 cups of soy wax flakes, which is what I have here. I'm going to start off with 1.5 cups, and I'm going to put them into this bag. The bag is going to go into the pot of hot water, well, very warm water I have here. I don't want to say hot. I mean, it feels hot, but it's actually very, very warm. And I'm going to let these melt inside the bag. There's plenty of room. They're not going to be boiling hot. So that's why I am sealing this up. And that is going in here. I'll turn my laptop for a moment there so you could see. I have it actually in here. And as I was saying to folks earlier, you know what, Goldie? I will be making a new Facebook page as soon as I get our official Nightside Creations sticker labels through that I ordered from Avery. I didn't receive them yet. When I do get them, I will be working on a new Facebook page because I liked the design that I chose. It's simple, but it's really pretty. And that's going to be our, I think, our picture for our page. So my goal is, as soon as I get them in the mail, will be coming probably this week coming up, I will be setting up a Facebook page. I will let you guys know. In the community tab, I'll put a post up. I will share a link to it. As I was saying to folks that were on my live stream a few minutes ago, before it so rudely got cut out on me, I am going to be selling candles. I'm going to be making several different scents. I'm going to be selling them, trying to raise money, basically to pay for a vet care for my cat, not her, but my boy. My son and I are trying to get caught up on bills and things right now, so we just don't have the extra cash to do that at the moment. It's a little bit of a long story. Suffice to say that, like, my son was, working different temp jobs, but now he's gotten into a more permanent job, which is really good because that's what he needs. So I'm grateful for him for that. He likes the job. The lady that lives upstairs over us, she works a different shift, but she is going to be coming in actually Sunday on his shift overnight for overtime. So at least Sunday he has a ride back to work, doesn't have to walk to work. Now in the morning, he usually takes he'll walk to a supermarket where the bus runs through in the morning, and he'll take the bus back home from that. So yes, I will be selling them. I don't know, exactly yet what I'm going to be charging. I'm trying to set a fair price. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they are soy. They are 100% soy. I do make them all from hand. And my son and I did have our business going about a year and a half ago. We had it running for about a year and a half. And we did reasonably good with it. The thing is, candles are not something that, people buy like on a consistent basis. And it's very hard to sell on Facebook Marketplace. It really is. Facebook Marketplace has gotten so big to the point that there's like 9-10 other people selling candles, which I often check out. And I often think, you didn't fill that enough. Your wick is crooked. I pick them apart like, yeah, I'm sorry. I do a better job than what you do. And you're selling them for more. Like, no. So it is a competitive type of business. So what I'm going to actually be doing is I'm going to periodically, release candles, certain scents, and they're going to be for like a 2-3 week period. And then when they're gone or mostly sold, I'll probably be doing something different. Definitely going to be doing candles. And I'm also going to make a few homemade wreaths for Mother's Day. Um, Holidays, you know what? I was just too busy with my DIYs and everything with my YouTube channel. But this year, holidays are an amazing time to do it. And Mother's Day, like, is a really wonderful time to do them too. I made, right before we decided to close Nightside Creations down, I made my version of designer imposter candles with jewelry inside. And I was only selling them for $10 a piece. You know, I couldn't sell one on Facebook. Not one. Not one. And it was crazy. Like, I could not for the life of me understand why that would not sell. I had Ed Hardy, Juicy Couture. I had a bunch of different scents, men's and women's. And they were really, really nice. I couldn't sell a one of them. It was crazy. So, I mean, like, you know, I want to get back into it, but definitely this is kind of my venture back into doing the candles is going to be, oh, I know, she listens to me, she's sweet. Oreo does too. Is going to be like a matter of necessity because I'm trying to come up with money. Well, yeah, see, you're right, Terry. The thing is that I think what the problem might have actually been, and I could be wrong, but I think what the problem might have been was a lot of people that were ordering the candles from me locally, like here in town, are on a fixed income like me. So, like at the beginning of the month, I would do really good. And the problem would be then that later on in the month, I really wasn't getting any sales because, you know, people are in the same situation as me. You have money at a certain time of the month, and then, you know, you don't, or you have less. So that was part of the problem. I was going to try selling them on Etsy a couple of years ago. But at the time, I was kind of like concerned about the tax issue and doing that with disability and everything. But like now I'm have more of an understanding of it, which is why I decided to pursue my YouTube channel as my stay-at-home part-time job. And the candles are something that I hope would be a nice, I want to say, occasional side stream revenue. Oh boy, gosh, almost choked on my own mucus. You, in order to actually have a candle business and like have a really good continuous like income revenue, you have to sell at like craft shows and have like a website, maybe go to like a farmer's market, things like that. Doing them like once in a while or that, it's not going to cut it. And the thing is, I overextended myself a little bit, making candles, trying different things, hoping to, you know, drum sales. And then I was stuck with candles that I never sold. So I can't afford to do that anymore either. So, and another thing too was, you know, like I would get somebody like, you know, oh, can you make me a candle and this and that? I'm spending 2 hours to make this candle, decorate it, and this and that and this. And, you know, like I had cute little bags and everything. Like I really did them nice. have to walk to someone's house to deliver it to them, and all for $5. Just wasn't worth it. So I remember my ex-boyfriend told me I was sort of underselling them, but yet he would never sit with me and kind of help me develop a quote unquote business model to actually determine what would be a, fair price. I have a much better understanding now, having looked at a lot of candles in stores and online. So I have a much better understanding. I also do the waxies. And I know some people think like, oh, I can get them in Dollar Tree for $1. Yes, you can. I've even gotten a few in Dollar Tree myself. The thing though with candles in Dollar Tree is that they will say they're soy. I don't believe for a moment that they are 100% soy, because this size bag runs me $15. No way in heck I could sell a candle for $1. There's just no way. And you'll notice when you get candles from Dollar Tree, they're filled to like about here. You have that much room. No, I do mine more than that. So the company that makes them, maybe they produce so many they can actually sell them for $1, but I highly doubt it's 100% soy. I would bet that it is a soy wax combination. That would be much more financially feasible than doing soy all like that. Oh yeah, Bath and Body Works, J.C. Penney, TJ Maxx even. I seen candles that, hello Sherry. Hello Delisha. Yes, Bath and Body Works. I do love the smells in that store, but their candles are expensive. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're good quality and they're made good. See, like, now that's what I mean. Now, like, I'm curious. Okay, that was a bowl. This size candle here. Were the ones that you bought in Bath and Body Works, like, say, maybe around this size or possibly a little bit bigger? Because I know I did stop in there, oh gosh, I want to say about 2 weeks ago. Oh my God, awesome, Charity. Whoa, woo, woo, woo. You go, girl, you go. I am so happy for you. Smaller. I would charge for a candle like this, I want to say single scent all the way through. I would charge 15. If it was a double scent candle, I would probably go 17. I wouldn't go any higher than 17. Aw, I am so happy for you. Charity, did you already set up at least starting to like do the application for your monetization?
Did something fall?
That bowl fell out.
Oh.
Jane. Because I had not set up, like, I didn't even start the application until I think I was at like 1,002 or 1,003. I went online, filled everything out for it, because originally it said it takes like a month to be approved. Less than 36 hours later, they notified me when I went to upload a video. On your upload screen, it will say, congratulations, you have been, accepted into the YouTube Partners Program. Then what you want to do, Charity, go back through all your videos from the very beginning. You're going to have to manually set them to be monetized. I had to do that. It will do it for some of your videos, like most of them, but you still have to go back through your list and check. You may miss a few. So it's always good to check and make sure that your videos are all set to be monetized. I set my live stream to be monetized, but when I was trying to get like connect back on, it said it wasn't monetized. And I'm like, oh no, 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 no. Because I had it set for monetization prior. But you definitely, you want to get on the horn, fill that out, get, you know, your paper, the application filled out, not paperwork, but the application, get that started. And then when you are approved, make sure like check your videos and make sure that they are all marked for monetization. And then from that point on, each video that you upload, make sure you tick it so that it's eligible for the monetization. But I am so happy for you. Good, 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 good. Yay. I told you you weren't that far behind me, woman. I told you. I told you you were not that far behind me. I knew it. That is awesome. And I am very, very happy for you. No, that is so good. I feel like warm and fuzzy now. I'm happy for you. I usually was checking too to see what you were at, you know, and like I said, I don't know. I've been a little bit busy the past couple of days, and I was kind of worried. I didn't actually get a notification that you had uploaded a video. So I was inquiring about you when the live chat first started. And I asked everybody if they had seen any videos from you. I said, I didn't notice you had uploaded any. And then they were saying about the UFO and that. And I was like, oh my God, how did I miss that? I did not know how I missed that. That was absolutely crazy. But then again, to be fair, maybe it did actually come up in my notification. Like I've been dealing with this issue with another one of my children, and like maybe I just didn't even like go far down enough or whatever, but I will check it out tonight before I go to bed, because this summer I definitely want to do a couple. Once I get a better camera and a telescope, I want to do a couple of nighttime videos out in the yard, and live streams. And so maybe you guys can see what the heck I'm seeing and my son sees, and we could actually get a good look at what the hell these things are. To me, they're like very fast spinning orange orbs, almost like a top. Like, you know, that kid's toy, the top that you like spin it and it'll spin. That's what these look like. They're very, very fast, very fast. And they have the ability to like dim and brighten. When an airplane is around, they literally, it looks like they disappear. And I figured out, no, they don't disappear. They dim. They whatever they do, they make themselves as if they're not there, so an airplane can pass by. And then when the airplane is safely away from a distance, you can see them again. They get brighter and brighter and brighter. It's almost like they can cloak themselves. So I'm sorry, but that is not no aircraft that we have. And no. So yeah, that would be funny. I could do what I call like a UFO watch party in the yard or something, you know, be like, okay, guys, I see some lights over there. So I got my camera, got my telescope. Let's see what the heck that is up there spinning around. I even reported things that I seen on the UFO site when we were living in Freeland. And I was really surprised to find out that there must have been about 9-10 different sightings of things in Freeland the past 2 years prior to that. So I wasn't the only person that seen lights. And here is something really interesting. The night that I first seen from my bedroom window these orange spinning things in the sky, while we were seeing them in Freeland, one of my friends on my Facebook here in Hazleton was watching them from her bedroom window at the same time. She was seeing the same things that we were seeing in Freeland. and her husband actually wanted to take off of work that night and go driving around because he was figuring, like, I don't know, out by these coal banks or something. He was thinking like, okay, you know, like, I want to go see what that is. And she was like, the heck, you are not taking all of us on a UFO joyride. Hello, Heaven. How are you, sweetheart? Delisha, what do you think of Chris and Holly show? I've watched some of their videos. I actually like caught them in Smith Island. And I mean, like, I didn't watch like any of their older videos, but I caught them in Smith Island. And I thought that they had a good thing there. Oh, these stupid notifications. Hang on, guys. I thought they had a good thing with the selling the candles in the Smith Island bakery and all that. Like, I thought they had a really good thing there. And it was like, okay, so why didn't they, stay there? Hello, Judy. I mean, I do admire their dumpster diving hauls. They get some incredible stuff. Those two. I do admire their dumpster diving scores. They definitely, like, they're just lucky there with that. I don't know that I would necessarily get that kind of, luck if I was to go dumpster diving. Well, right now not a good time. I would like to try that come springtime. Definitely not something that you want to do in the winter. Also, I would have to scout out when, security patrol certain things and this and that, because I really want to check out all these dumpsters. Like, I've just seen too many people do all these dives and definitely say, like, look at all this stuff that they throw away, Okay, I unplugged my laptop here for a moment, but the brightness, yeah, see, I need that brightness. I don't have many outlets out here in my kitchen, and I need to be able to attach my wicks. Well, you know what? This is just about melted. I'm going to unplug that for a moment and plug in my glue gun, because I have to have hot glue to attach my wick to jars. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta grab an extra glue stick. Be right back. No, buddy. Oh my God, I was so afraid he was going to try to jump up on the table. Like, no, there's this heating up and the wax, and oh my gosh, no. But he didn't. And he knows, he sees there's everything here on the table. Like, no, Mama, don't want you on the table. No. Hello, Michelle. How are you? The reason I attach them with the hot glue is because they will float all around inside a jar or any kind of container unless they are adhered to the bottom. They need to have something basically pulling them down to hold them in place. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to actually be adding chunks of what was considered a dud candle, and it was only considered a dud. It was never burned just because of the color. I ran out of red. I was making a peppermint candy cane 3-wick log for someone. They were paying me to make it. I thought I had enough red. Turns out I didn't. Michael's didn't have any red. I wound up having to order it online. Took a few days. In the meantime, I used a red that was more for making soap. Did not work with the candle wax. And so I had this candle that was a dud. So I have salted caramel here. I have milk chocolate, hazelnut truffle. We got hot fudge brownie, coffee, and okay, yeah, that was it. And these chunks are peppermint candy cane. And I was thinking milk chocolate with peppermint candy cane, especially because these were never ever burned. I just basically cut it into small pieces. Is going to smell really, really good. I'm also going to make like hazelnut truffle with the salted caramel. And the hot fudge brownie, I may actually add some salted caramel too to make a hot fudge caramel brownie. It's fun at times to play around with scents like that because you can make some really good combinations. And trust me, your whole place smells so good when you're doing this with candles. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that is why, Lavella, that it's always better to attach the wicks with some hot glue, because the hot wax does not move it around. It will stay in place. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you. I put the wick through one of these, and it sits on the lip of a candle. And as the candle cools down, this helps keep it in place. You can move them so your wick is centered, and it keeps it like in place so it doesn't move. I've seen people make candles where like they attach the wick, it's real long, and they let it droop over. I don't do that, because if you let it if you let it droop over too far on the side, your wick is going to lean inside the candle in the wax at an angle. And even if you get to straighten it out on top, there's still that bend inside the wax. So what happens is that candle is lit, and you're going to wind up with like a lopsided, burning, uneven candle, because the wick is, following the burning process. It's following the wick. The wick is at an angle, so you're going to have one side which is going to be like burning real quick. The other side's not going to be getting, softened evenly, and you wind up with like a candle that is like almost like caved in on one side. That's why I prefer to do it the way that I was taught, and I've watched videos on it years ago too. And most people do always use hot glue to attach them. Now, the one exception is wooden wicks. They have a different base. They have like a metal clip, and the wooden wick itself is about, say, this wide. You could comfortably like center them in the middle of a candle and maybe put, say, like, I don't know, if you're combining scents to make one candle, you could possibly maybe put like chunks of one candle around to hold it in place. That would work with that, because that has a thicker clip on the bottom, a base. You don't really need that to be glued in the container, because the other candle wax chunks that you have, when they start burning, they're going to cement that in anyway. So I'm glad you asked that, though, about the wicks. And yeah, look at that, is ready to pour. It looks yellow, which is kind of interesting because the soy flakes are actually like an off-white, but that is actually ready to pour. So, all right, hot glue is good to go too. All right, so I have two different length wicks here. I have these longer ones, and one of the longer ones are going to be good for the big jar. Oh, here it is. They're good for like jar candles like this. This size wick is pretty good for this size jar. So just going to straighten it out a little bit. Generous amount of hot glue on it. And I'm going to center that in the middle of the jar. And I'll show you what I is doing right there. That is pretty well centered. I can usually judge pretty good. I've probably made about, I don't know, I want to say maybe 75, 85 candles, so I'm pretty good judge of that. The only time where I may use something like a straw to help center it is in something that is longer, because you have a much smaller space to work with. And if you do glue it in at the wrong spot, it kind of ruins the whole candle. But that is pretty good. That's going to be good. So this first one I'm going to make is going to be chocolate and the peppermint candy cane. So I'm going to take some small pieces, little chunks of the peppermint candy cane. Like I said, it smells so good. This was never burned. And I'm just putting small pieces around the wick. And I think maybe one or two more small pieces. Let me see. Small, small, small. I cut these up, but some of them are still a little bit big. All right. So, yeah, there we go. That's good. So, you see what I mean? I'm just placing them like in a little ring going all the way around the bottom. And oh, the wood wicks are really, really nice, like with fall scents, like pumpkin. They also are good with, I have a bourbon, I have a whiskey, and they seem to fit scents like that. Sometimes I've done them with like a like winter scents, like pine, spruce. Even you could use them too with like hollyberry, bayberry. If I'm going to use a wooden wick though, with like a hollyberry or bayberry, I would rather be making a big candle, maybe say like a triple wick or something, because then it sounds nice, like the crackling and everything. And they burn when you have them all lit at the same time. They usually burn pretty evenly, and they just smell so good. But like, I wouldn't use wooden wicks, with like a summer scent candle or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't like seem to, I don't know, go with it. Now, this is a brown shade. This is liquid color. I don't really care for liquid candle color. I prefer the chunks. I am not a big fan of the liquid dye. It is very messy. And no matter how careful you are when you pour, some always seems to drip and somehow get all over, and just a few drops turns into, I swear, this disgusting mess. So I stopped buying the liquid candle colors years ago. I went with the little blocks that you can just like cut off small pieces or shade them. And I think the colors are better, they're more vibrant, and they last longer. Like the liquid ones like that, I would run out a bottle of that before I would even have 3 blocks of the same color, but in a block form, used. So definitely the blocks are more economical. But yes, they are good. Like I said, unfortunately, with like summer scents or even say like ocean scents or that, I don't really use the wooden wicks. They kind of go hand in hand, like I said, more with like fall, even winter. Um, with the exception of maybe something like driftwood or I don't know, maybe something that has like a, I don't want to say fire scent. I want to say maybe like a, okay, there's a scent I have. It's called Amber Sunset. Very, very beautiful scent. Really pretty. You could do that with regular wicks. You could also use wood wicks with it. Um, I made a candle that I had the little seashells in on top. Very, very pretty. And I used a wooden wick with that. That worked in that kind of situation because it just kind of like made you think of like sitting on a beach, having a little fire going, something like that, watching the sunset. But yeah, wooden wicks and like a lot of spring and summer scents, they don't go. But they are long lasting. And I've never had a problem with wooden wicks. Alrighty, so this is pretty well, yeah, that's pretty well mixed in. So let me get my hot glue out of the way for a moment. And what I am going to do, I'm going to move my screen here a little bit lower so you could see. I got a candle with the peppermint chunks in. And I'm just going to open up one corner of the bag. That's all I need is one corner. And I am just going to carefully, hold on here a moment. Pour the wax into candle. And I'm going to stop it right about there. I will be adding more to it, but I'm stopping at that spot right there so that can set and start to harden a little bit. And then I will be adding more to it. Now this is milk chocolate. And oh my goodness, does that smell so good. I added some milk chocolate right into that. Now you might be thinking, why didn't you add that into the bag? Well, being that that's a small candle, I can also do it that way. I don't recommend that with large batches of candles. The reason also I didn't add it into here is because I'm going to use this same colored wax, but I'm going to be using a different scent with it. So this way I am using up this wax, and I am not going to have to make a separate bag for more wax. If that makes sense, guys. It's just sort of like killing two birds with one stone. If you kind of get what I mean. I do have sandalwood. I like sandalwood. Sandalwood is really, really nice scent. Hot fudge brownie. Oh, guys. This is like so amazing. Oh my goodness. And I'm in my glory right now because I haven't smelled some of these, and I haven't made a candle in over a year. We really, when we shut everything down, I just stored it and really did not do very, very much, you know. So I'm going to be working on a different candle now. Same thing, lots of hot glue on the wick. And bingo. There we go. Press that down. And now this one I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go with, let's see, hazelnut truffle and salted caramel. So now for this one, I think I have, enough wax for this candle. I'm going to have to put another bag in, melting some more soy flakes. So I'm going to add some hazelnut truffle into this. Lose my cap. No. I added the hazelnut truffle first. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salted caramel. I'll tell you what, there is a side effect from making candles that can be dangerous if you're on a diet. And that is you often get the munchies. You really do. Thank goodness I don't have any chocolate handy. But oh boy. When you're making things like chocolate and fudge and this and that, it can really wreak havoc on your diet, making candles. So that's the downside to making candles. Yeah, you start smelling certain things and it's like, oh my goodness, no. And I just dumped eggshells that were drying on the floor. I grabbed the wrong hand towel, guys. Oh boy, Gala. And if you're wondering, why do you have eggshells drying on the towel? I'm starting to build up eggshells now for my garden in the spring because we do use crushed eggshells. It helps with keeping slugs at bay. They get cut up when they crawl over crushed eggshells. So, yeah, that's a biggie. And the winter time is the perfect time to build up a supply of them, so I have them good to go. All right. And I'm just going to be pouring this into this candle now. Now remember, this one has the peppermint candy cane on the bottom. This one is just going to be the caramel and the hazelnut truffle, which is going to smell so darn good. Oh my goodness. And I do have newspaper down. The good thing about newspaper is wax gets on it. It can peel it right off. Throw it back in, it will melt. So I never waste candle wax. That's a very good thing. No such thing as wasted candle wax there. So I'm going to unplug my glue gun for the moment. I'm going to plug my little crock pot heater right here back up. And I'm going to add some more soy flakes. Probably another cup and a half. So then I'm able to top off the hazelnut caramel truffle candle. So I'm looking at this big jar and I'm thinking, what would be a good scent to put in here, guys? Well, let's see. What do I have left? I do have coffee flavor, but I don't want just plain coffee. I think I'm going to do some hot fudge brownie with salted caramel. So I'm going to attach one of my real long wicks. And these ones are yay long. As you can see, that fits perfectly in this size jar. And I think I'm going to do caramel fudge brownie. That sounds pretty good, huh? And if I'm making any of you guys hungry for munchies, I am so sorry. Yes, Debbie, I do have lavender. I do. I have lavender. I have lilac. Good night, Debbie. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to the chat screen. Good night, Terry. I do have lavender, though, Debbie. Yes, I do. Good night, Terry. I'm sorry. Good night, Heaven. I love you. So, yeah, I am going to hot glue this down. Same thing, whether it's going to be in a small jar or a big one. Always make sure that I have it glued down. And because I am not silly enough to try this really with my fingers, I do use one of these to push it down and make sure that it is secure. And I'm just going to put that into one of these. Oh, wait. That one is at least a little bit small. Here we go. My son actually came up with these for me. These are some old sets of chopsticks that he had. And instead of buying these other longer, uh, those metal clips to hold the wicks in place, my son just came up with these himself for bigger candles. So that works. So yeah, I think that big one is definitely going to be hot fudge brownie with salted caramel. Oh my goodness, the notifications. No. Oh, Debbie, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to bed. All right, good night, Heaven. I do have a lot of nice summer scents. I do have like lilac and lavender rose, peony, sweet pea, oh my gosh, freesia, cherry blossom. They're just a few I can think of off the top of my head. And so I'm talking to you guys about like basics of how I'm making this particular kind of candle. And I didn't even get an opportunity to show you guys some of the cute little things I have as far as like labeling them and everything. As I said, I am waiting on our official Night's Eye Creation labels, which are going to look so nice, very professional. But I have certain little like tags and things to actually mark what each candle is. I got these off of Wish, and these are so cute. These are little melt charms that say made with love. I usually attach them around the lip of a candle. I got them off of Wish. I also have, oh, these are more of the hearts. I have these cute little hearts. You can actually mark like, you know, what a particular scent is for a candle. I have these little white ones can be threaded through. I also have these blue ones. These are nice. These would actually be more for like putting a price on. I haven't used these ones yet. And then I also have these cute little ones. They say thank you. And I got them off of Wish as well. So I do usually I try to go with something like twine or that. I usually wrap around, thread like one of them little charms through, maybe something like one of these, and possibly, since we'll have our own name labels on now, I'll mark on the back of one of these other ones, you know, what the particular candle scent is, and maybe a little price label too, tag. But yeah, I am super excited about that, guys, because we finally have something that actually has our name on it. And, you know, our candles are going to look so nice with our own name label on them. I had wanted to get, you know, labels made years ago. The only thing that actually stopped me was we couldn't really decide on a design. And here I was able to pick one off of the Avery site, and it was very simple. So here I am thinking, oh, I have to have something super fancy and this, that, this, and no. It's something very simple, but it's really pretty, and I really like it. I told Ronnie he's gonna like it too. Um, well, you know what? I used to, when we had Nightside Creations going the first time, I used to have a stamps.com account. However, they never sent me a scale. And I used to have to make a special trip to the post office to get it weighed, so I knew what shipping was going to be, and like what basically the shipping costs were going to be. So what I used to try to do on our Nightside page, I used to say, like, well, okay, if you have an order over $30 and you're local or you're in Pennsylvania, I'll give you free shipping. That worked for a little bit. And then I was going to send a candle to somebody who wanted to order one from the UK. The candle only cost like $20. The shipping would have been almost $60. It would have cost me $80 to send out for this candle. Like, you've got to be kidding me. It's so unfair and so crazy. What the shipping is to send to someone overseas is just like, why? Why does it have to be so expensive? And I feel bad. And I felt bad even back then because my son was friends with some people overseas who wanted candles and that. And when we found out how expensive it was going to be, we had to tell them, we couldn't ship their orders out. And I felt so bad. I really did. So I hope, someday that I can, be at a position in life where I could ship something over to someone in the UK, because it's not their fault that the shipping and everything is just so crazy. It's like, oh my God. Insane. So, yes, for some of you guys, you might be wondering, why I was doing this video spur of the moment. That was because my interesting episode with Amazon today, and not being able to go do my 5 off 25 shopping that I wanted to do. So, yeah. So, as you can see, this is actually cooling down pretty good. That smells really, really good. I'm going to let that cool down a couple more minutes. This one, I actually have more wax going to put in here, so this is sort of starting to thicken. Now, I mean, I could hurry the process up and put this in a pot and do it on top of the stove, but the only reason I don't want to is I sort of do that when I'm doing cooking videos, and as far as the candle goes, I want it to be more, a little more up close, so you actually see what, what I am doing. But yeah, those were some decorative things I do with candles. I also have some organza bags. I sometimes put smaller candles in them. I also make different shapes. I have square candle molds. I have Buddhas. I have little mini Buddha molds. They make a Buddha candle about this big. I have two different ones. There is a sitting Buddha. It's about this big. And then there's a reclining Buddha. They are really cute. I may show you guys them in the spring. They are really, really cute. The detail on them is amazing. They are really, really, they're pretty cool. I definitely like them. So I really, really wish that I did have our labels to put on, so you would actually get an idea of what they look like. You know, and I do feel bad that we don't have them yet. It's not like I'm ordering a huge amount either. I only actually ordered 24. I am probably going to be ending this live stream soon since everybody is getting, you know, ready to go to bed, which I understand it's after 12. You know, some of you guys are tired. I probably in like maybe 5 more minutes, 4 more minutes, am gonna shut it down. I just wanted to show you guys just a little bit of what I do. I will be showing you guys like the finished products. Next video I upload, which is either going to be a Dollar Tree food vlog, doing my pierogi lasagna, or yeah, I'm probably going to do my Dollar Tree food vlog. I'm not going to be watching the Super Bowl. I'm not really interested in the Super Bowl this year, to be honest. I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, but let's just say that at least a team like Steelers or the Eagles, Dallas, um, you know, like at least it's interesting to watch. I'm not so big on these other teams. Even the Giants, you know, get good games in. Yeah, I think I'd rather just work on my Dollar Tree food vlog tomorrow, guys. And before I start that food vlog, I will show you guys, you know, how the candles turned out. Because even when it's topped off and it's cooled down, they have to be cleaned up. And there is a method to that. What I basically do is use a hair dryer, like if there's any wax spilled on the sides. Get that so it's liquidy on the outside. Use a paper towel and wipe all that off. Then I will use like another paper towel, glass cleaner on, and just give it a good wiping around. If there's any wax on top of the lip of the candle, I use the heat from a hairdryer quickly to get that. And also, when it's completely done, before I trim the wick, I usually just take a little drop or two of whatever scent is mainly the candle going to be. And I just rub the very top of the candle with that. The first thing a person's going to smell when they open up the bag or unwrap plastic, they're going to smell that. And then when the candle is burning, they're going to also be smelling the peppermint. So you want to kind of like tease their nose, giving them a little preview what they're going to smell. And sometimes people think like, oh, if I don't smell it, this candle sucks. No. Not all scents are that powerful that you're going to smell a candle like a half a block away. I can hold this up to my nose and I can smell that there is like a chocolate scent to it. But now, am I going to smell that when that is like wrapped up in plastic or, you know, that's in the little bag? No, probably won't. That's why I said when everything is cleaned up, I just put like a little drop or two on my finger and run it around the top. So then if I wrap that up in plastic, put a little bow on it or something, put it in the bag, when that gets opened up, that is what you will smell. So some people don't understand that and think that, you know, you should like walk into a room, a candle's not even burning, but you know, you should smell it halfway across the room. No, not all scents are like that. No, I have a few that are. English rose, you could light that candle in your parlor and you could smell it upstairs in your bedroom. I sold a couple of sets of these little mini candles, a little rose ball and a little mini pillar candle, and then like a smaller one. And the English rose was so strong that I honestly had people complain that it was too strong, that they didn't even have them out of the packages and you could smell the candles in their house, that it was starting to get like sickening. And I said, I can't help that. That is the scent. I only used a little bit, knowing that the scent was very strong, and I got that. So, oh, thank you, Lavella. I just touched on a little bit. I will do other videos during the week. I'm probably going to show you guys one that I do want to do just for Valentine's Day. It's going to be a double layer candle, double wick, and that's going to be in a candle holder that also could double as a candy dish afterwards, or just like something to keep like jewelry in or something. um, I'm only going to make like 2 or 3 of them because I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to sell any of them. It depends. So yeah, I will show you guys how I do that. Certain ones I do differently. Since I was using chunks of what I call a dead candle, um, I have a little bit different method with that as compared to doing a completely, soy candle. And pretty much, okay, that's weird. I keep getting doubles and notifications. Oh, boy. But anywho, um, yeah, there's like a different method with that. For this size candle, I also add something called palm spirit. It comes in a bag like the soy flakes, and it is specifically for jar candles. It basically helps with heat retention, even burning, and scent throw off. I didn't use that in a small candle since you really don't need it. But bigger candles, double wick candles, and that, yeah, it is a little additive. It's not that expensive, that I do add to bigger candles. And it really does help with those things I just mentioned. So I do understand, guys, it is getting late. I do thank everyone so much that did come back on. For you newcomers that came on this evening, I got kicked off my internet, and I got very worried that our internet was turned off. It wasn't. I don't know what happened, but for about 15 minutes, I had no internet connection. So I do apologize, guys. I will, before I do my food blog tomorrow, show you guys the finished products. And yes, I will be happy to do a quick little video when we do get our labels, and when we do have our Facebook page launched. I will definitely do a community post with that, with the link, and I will have more information available on the Facebook page. Well, thank you so much, guys, for coming back on. And thank you for the newcomers that were on tonight that weren't on my earlier live stream. Thank you so much, guys, all of you, for helping my channel grow. I really do apologize about that weird fluke with my internet tonight. I did not foresee that. And I just want to say, well, there's Oreo. Yes, I know you know who you are. I love you too. As I said, my main thing with this round of candles that I'm working on, I want to try to earn money so I can get him to the clinic soon, because he keeps having episodes of throwing up. And it's not just once in a while, it is literally like 2, 3 times throughout the day. And sometimes it goes on for like a day, almost 2 days, which is not good. So I don't know, like I said, I need to have blood work done on him, stool check, see if maybe, it's something with the dry food. If there's something going on with his stomach, I don't know. Um, but I don't want to let this go on too much longer, because what if, God forbid, worst case scenario was something like, pancreatitis, or, any number of issues that could be going on with a cat's stomach. It's just not good. Now, I mean, he does eat fast. That probably contributes to it too, but still, this past summer there, for a while, I think he didn't throw up most of summer. So what triggered it? I switched them from regular Meow Mix to the stuffed centers Meow Mix. And he's been having issues with it. So I don't know. I may have to put him on, like, something special, a certain diet. I don't know. But I can't do anything until I actually am able to get him out there. At least I can walk in with them on the days they're open. And roughly, like I said, about 140, 145 is a lot more reasonable than the vet that I was going to. It would cost me probably about 225 between rabies, checkup, stool, blood work. Yeah, that would run me about 225. So it is saving money going to that vet IQ. So just want to say thank you so much, guys, for being on. And thank you for helping my channel grow. And definitely, guys, you know what? Thank you for helping Charity reach her goal too. I kept telling her, like, you're right behind me, and she was. And I am so super happy for her. So that's why I said to her, get right on it, and, like, get right into it, apply for the monetization, because it only took me not even 2.5 days, roughly, a day and a half actually. And it didn't take no month, so she shouldn't have an issue either. And I'm just glad, I'm happy, I want to see other folks with channels, get to that point, it's a lot of fun. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. If I would have known how my channel was going to grow, I would have done this a couple of years ago, But I guess it's the right time for everything, I don't know if maybe I would have taken it as seriously years ago, and I don't know necessarily that I would have been able to apply myself, So I guess some things do happen for a reason, and I'm really happy. I wanted to work from home, and guys, I got the best part-time job. As long as I have my internet on and paid, then it is the perfect part-time job. It could be a blizzard out. It could be raining cats and dogs for 3 days. I'm good. I can literally just wake up, have my coffee, brush my hair. I can do a video, and you won't know that I have pajama bottoms on and fuzzy socks. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being such good sports. And I will see you guys again real soon. Probably Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. So take care. Good night. Sweet dreams. Bye.